welcome back to Homeschool How To, where Kelly and I give you homeschooling tips to help you on your homeschooling journey. And between the two of us, at the moment, we have 15 children. And today, that sounds bad. That sounds like between us two. We have 15 children.
No, Tina.
I have 8 children, and Kelly has 7 in her home at the moment. And so today we're going to talk about how we homeschool on a budget.
Yes.
So we love to talk. Homeschoolers are the best thrifty moms, right? We
Yes,
love
we are.
garage sales. We love thrift stores. We love to get things secondhand. And we have to be careful.
Buy used and save the difference.
Right. And we have to be careful about bragging about our finds because we all do that. But it's so needed in homeschool because there's so many things out there that seem so wonderful. You can end up spending a ton. But we want to be good stewards of the money that God has given us. We want to be supportive of our husbands and doing our part to save as much money as we can. So, Kelly, what are some ways that you have saved money in your homeschooling?
Oh my. I think remembering that it's all good. Like, I have a tendency to want it all. And so, especially when my kids were young, I have 12 bins downstairs of homeschool stuff. Now, it's down to, I think, 3 bins because COVID hit and everybody wants to homeschool now.
Right.
So a great way I saved money because of COVID is I went on to the marketplace, Homeschool Marketplace on Facebook.
Oh.
It's called Homeschool Marketplace, and I just listed all of those bins of homeschool stuff.
Did they sell easily?
Oh, yes. They sold.
Really?
And you can mail all of anything that is educational, books, anything like that, you can sell through media mail. It takes an extra 2 or 3 days to get through the mail, but a lot of people prefer that in saving $5 to $10 than sending it normal mail.
So what did you have to do? You just took pictures of it? Was it just the outside, or did you have to open up the books? And
a lot of it I just put in bundles.
Okay.
I just took pictures of bundles and I posted it on the website. And then people would contact me through Instant Messenger and say, "Hey, I'm interested in this bundle." And they would ask questions. Is there marks in it? Is it ripped? Is it whatever? So it could be a lot of work. I know some moms who hire their kids to do the work.
I've done that in the past.
You have done that in the past. So for me, I kind of enjoy it. It kind of gives me a little bit of a high to be like, "Hey, I sold this much money." So, but yeah.
Did you ever buy anything through there?
I did. I have bought stuff through there.
Okay.
And again, my number one caution, lots and lots of pictures.
Oh.
I have been taken advantage of. One time I didn't take enough pictures and I sent it and they claimed they didn't get it all. And so I was out $200.
Wow.
So I had to reimburse them their $200.
But if you couple that with the time and the energy that it takes to go to a tailgate sale or a local used book sale and bring all your stuff, set it up, then nobody wants it, then you got to bring it back, and then what do? You end up giving it away to Goodwill for free. So
yeah, to me, I've gone to 2 tailgate sales and I've sold like $20 or $30. To me, the tailgate sales to buy.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
To buy, for me, tailgate sales are great. To sell, it's just not worth my time.
Yeah.
I sell $20, $30, but I sit there for 3 or 4 hours with my kids running around.
I end up
selling. I know, and I end up buying more than I just sold.
So we're calling it a tailgate sale, but that's what it's called where we live. There's a group. It's actually through our county's homeschooling Yahoo group. I think it's Yahoo group still. And every year they have this sale. It's sponsored by somebody. And so if you want to buy a table, I forget if you have to buy a table or if it's free. Is it
Ours
free?
are all, I've never paid for a table.
Okay, so maybe it's free. And the idea is that you lift your tailgate of your car and you sell your curriculum out of your car. It's usually in the middle of summer. It's usually the hottest day if you're selling. If you're buying, it's usually, a nice stroll, Sometimes people will come and the kids will try to sell water or something and they end up making more money than
Exactly.
you do. So that's a tailgate sale. Sometimes there's other used book sales that local homeschool groups would put out. And so if you I think on a previous video we were talking about the need to get into local groups and have those community groups so that you can ask questions and find out about this stuff, because what will happen is over time you will learn about curriculum that you fall in love with, and then you realize it is a couple $100s to buy it brand new, and then you might find it for $25 somewhere. And if there's one thing about homeschool moms, it's that when we're done with something, we want to bless other people. We all know how hard this road is. So there's a lot of homeschool moms that just want to bless the next homeschool mom. Sometimes I feel a little bit guilty when I get used curriculum that's pristine, because I look at it and I think, what am I doing? Because my kids would never keep the book this clean. But I'm very thankful for it.
Another thing I would say is get to your homeschool conference. I have saved convention. Yes, the homeschool convention. They always have a used. All the conventions I've been to always have a used homeschool sale.
Right.
And then all of the booths always have their curriculum discounted.
Right.
And so my son did BJU online, and we got the whole set for 50% off.
Oh,
so
wow, 50%.
50% off because we went to the conference. So a lot of your different curriculums will have huge discounts if you only if you go to the conferences.
If they're doing the conventions this year.
Yeah, right.
Next year we all
with
have to
COVID,
wait.
you don't know.
There is a digital homeschool convention.
That's true. Yes.
Actually, there's a couple of them now. I forget what it's called, but I will put it under this video. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is sometimes I've gone to Homeschool Classifieds, which is a good online source for getting used curriculum. The website's a bit old, it's a bit clunky, but it's all there. And once you just figure out how to use it, it's a good way that you can list curriculum or a good way that you can purchase curriculum. One of the last things that I want to mention is your good old thrift stores or garage sales.
Yes.
I have this one book here that I love called The Writing Road to Reading. I think that this does a great job at spelling, handwriting, phonics, reading, starting to write. So I really like this curriculum itself. And as I spoke before about not bragging,
How much?
$1.99.
What?
$1.99.
That book is like what, $50? Yeah, that
I don't
book
even
was,
know what it was.
because I tried to get that book. It is a very expensive book.
Or in the 20s. But anyway, I had a copy of this and I lost it somewhere, and then I said, I found, it was $1.99, and then I ended up finding the other one. But it is so good even sometimes to have second copies, especially if you're only paying $1 or $2 for something, because then you can have it in different rooms. If you lose one, if something happens to the page, you get food stains on it, which I obviously do. But there's so many avenues out there, and just as you go on in time and you just get more experienced, you'll learn what the best ones are in your area to go to. But even sometimes it's not curriculum books at thrift stores and
Just
garage
your
sales.
classics and
Right, because you want to start building your library from a
Yes.
young age of classics, because before you know it, those kids are going to be ready for them. One of the concerns that we have, especially in reading literature, is we don't have time to read all of the books, and so what does the book contain? Is it going to be appropriate for this age? So there are a couple books, and we'll talk about that in a different video, that helps parents decide the appropriateness or the level of literature. But yeah, thrift stores, yard sales, that's a great place for those types of things.
And I think the only other two I would mention is Mamas with Littles, Book It. If you've
that?
never heard of Book It. Pizza Hut, if your kids, you can sign up for Book It at the beginning of the year.
Can you spell that?
BOOK.IT. And your kids read a certain amount of things, and at the beginning of the year, Book It sends you little coupons, and your kids get personal pan pizzas.
Wait, so is it through Pizza Hut?
It's through Pizza Hut. You go to Pizza Hut and you sign up for Book It's. I think it's through 5th grade.
Oh.
And you sign up, and then it entices your kids to read a certain amount. But they send you the coupons August through, I think it's whatever the school year is, August through June. And every month they get one personal pan pizza. And so you just log on, but there's no accountability. You just get the
fun.
little coupon. They do it in the public schools, but homeschoolers can sign up for Book It. So you just go on and you put in Pizza Hut Book It, and homeschoolers, and then
Do you think that they're doing it now with COVID?
they do. Yes.
Oh,
They
okay.
are. We do Book It every year. Now I only have one child left that qualifies.
Oh,
And then the other thing is your library. Take advantage of your library. They
you
have
mean more so than just borrowing
just
books.
borrowing books. They have so many programs, so many free field trips you can take your kids on. We've been to so
crazy.
many places. We just went to Longwood Gardens. Those tickets are like $18 a ticket.
Wait, so the library gave you tickets?
The library, you get a complimentary card, and then you just took it, and we just presented it at the Longwood Gardens, and 9 people got to go into Longwood Gardens
And
for
then
free.
what happens at the end? Do you have to bring that back to the library?
Yes, yep, they give you the card for 5 days, and then you take it into Longwood Gardens, and you show it to them, and 9 people walk into the garden, and 9 people, and then you take the pass back to the...
That is so cool. I
the
wonder how
garden.
many other programs are out there.
There's
that
a ton. I mean, I think there's a list of like 30 different places that the library does.
So that is so cool.
That is a huge thing, and it's great when kids are in school and there's not a whole bunch of people at all these different
You
museums.
mean other kids.
When other kids are in school and you want to do a field trip, and you just take those passes, and it's not crowded, and yeah, there's like the Betsy
fun.
Ross Museum and all these different museums you
that's
can get
crazy.
into for free because the library has passes.
So now we're going to be competing for the
for
same
these
library.
passes. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you next time.
God bless.